So this is the opening of our scene, and we see Lisa unpacking boxes, and Ellie's basically holding a camera. We edited the footage. We basically got like VCR font to make it digital and have the time and the date. And this, this obviously connotes that it's been recorded like a home footage, and it's like camcorder thing. And this is when the Le Decal Films comes up. This is our first shot of the film title, Le Decal, and we chose to use the clockwork effect that was on Adobe Premiere, and it makes the font come up separately, and it just comes up slowly, and that helps build up the tension. And we also added a quack sound at the end of Le Decal Films, as that is our signature. And then after we see this is like the only part of the film we actually filmed on the tripod, and it's basically Ellie coming with the box, and then we have and then it cuts to credits in association with, and then it cross cuts back to shot of her taking down the stairs, and then it goes to quickly after Ellie takes down the stairs, it goes back to the Clockwork Productions. So we basically used the credits to cross cut from one scene to the credits, and then one scene to the credits. Okay. Now she's basically in the attic, and we can tell that the footage is being filmed by hand, as the digital font comes back up on the screen, and it says the time and the date. And the filming is a bit shaky, but it's meant to be like that to make it quite realistic. And then the lights turn off, and this is when we basically slow down the filming so the tension would build up.
Lisa!
We basically pan to the right, and then the audience get a very quick glimpse of the supernatural being, and then before you know it, we put the distortion editing. It's the bad TV transition effects that we downloaded, and we used it to make it seem like the camera's coming out of connection. And then we used a lack of battery effect, and we put it up on the screen, and then as soon as the audience sees that, they think something bad is going to happen. Is when the supernatural being obviously jumps out. We thought we'd pan from the bottom upwards, and then when the camera pans up, and I think what makes the popping out scene so effective is that we both screamed at the same time. So me playing the supernatural being, I screamed, and so did the character Ellie. And in addition to that, we used the distortion effect to make it seem more haunting, and it emphasizes. At the end of the scene, you see our credits come up, and there's still you can still hear the sound of the glitching and the distortion that you were hearing of the camera going out. So it basically indicates that the camera is obviously broken, or the camera, the camera's obviously run out of battery. And the credits come up quickly, and it's got our name and our the producer and the director's name in bold white.